Hey, what's going on? This is Edwin Vereen from WOBL, WDLW Sports, I-90 Sports, and the Sports Bros Podcast. And you're listening to Tapped In with Tony.
Welcome to Tapped In with Tony. This is your host, Tony Bogan. And tonight we have special guest. He's a stunt actor, he's a producer, and he's an all around great guy. Brandon Grimes joins us. Brandon, welcome to the program.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me, man. I really appreciate this, man. This is
Not a
fun.
problem. Yeah, I've seen you've been putting in that kind of putting in some work there, and I've gotten to see a little bit of it in action.
Yeah, it's been a long process, man. It's been a lot of work, man. Just constantly just keep going and just not stop until the product is complete.
That's what you got to do. Tell us a little bit about yourself for those who are just tuning in for the first time.
Alrighty, so my name is Brandon Grimes. I'm from Copley, Ohio. Yeah, so as of right now, I am a stunt actor. I've been in, I think, I'm just getting into it. I've only been in one movie. I've had a couple offers, but I'm currently shooting my current film right now. I am on social media. I do make my own content. I started around 2018, I believe, and I just kept going ever since. Um, yeah, that's about it. It's not too much. Not too much. Yeah, I'm just a stunt actor and a director. I write. Um, yeah, that's about it.
So you're a five-tool player.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Uh,
I got. I'm pretty versatile in
okay,
some areas. Some areas.
gotcha. And how did you get involved in like doing stunt acting? What was your who were your some of your guys, your creators you looked up to that got you to think, oh, I want to do this too?
um, long story. So okay, so like 2018 when I started making content, I was doing comedy skits. Yeah, I know. Um, yeah, so yeah, I started doing comedy skits and I was throwing like little like fight scenes in them. And then I was like, this is actually pretty fun. And um then I just kind of like started watching action movies and I really liked movies like The Raid, Accident Man, all these like indie action films. I really started like getting into it, and then I realized like, oh, like I want to be a stunt actor. Yeah, I really liked my two favorite guys I like desire to be like is Iko Uwais and Scott Atkins and Jackie Chan. Like those are my guys, and I get so much inspiration from them and from their movies. But yeah, that's what really got me into stunt acting. I joined a stunt team I think right before COVID, and I learned decent amount of stuff from there because I know they had a lot of projects going on and I had stuff that I wanted to do. So I kind of branched away from it and had to learn some stuff on my own. And then I just kind of just kept growing. I kept doing trial and error, like, okay, how does this work with the camera angles? How can I sell this punch? Or what do I need to do to make this feel more intense? So I really just trial and error for it. Like I said, joined the stunt team. I learned a little bit of stuff, but majority of the stuff that you see now, I learned a lot of it on my own, just from watching YouTube videos, just watching fight scenes and just slowing them down. Just trying to compare my fight scenes to like certain things, like okay, what is missing? I always felt like something was missing, and then I watching their fight scene, and I'm like, oh, I gotta start doing the grunts, like oof, like add all that. Uh, um, all that intensity to it. But yeah, that's how I got into it, and that's how I started really growing. And passion just keeps growing. Like I just constantly just want to keep evolving my content, and just keep going.
Awesome, man, awesome. And what would you say is your favorite action movie or action movies that you see that you eventually want to emulate?
Oh man. I think my favorite one is probably The Night Come For Us. I think it's like it just has such like a really good mix of realism. It's very gory. The plot was just perfect. Like you could really feel for like both of these characters on how everything just kind of just came to a climax. It's probably one of my I think it's my favorite action movie, but I would say that's definitely top on the list. I love Headshot. Um yeah, Headshot, all the raids, um, all the Accident Man 1, Accident Man 2, um, Unleashed from Jet Li, Jet Li's Unleashed, and Kiss of the Dragon. Those are my top films that I love, and I could watch them all day.
Awesome. And speaking of that, my dad showed me Bruce Leroy's Enter the Dragon,
Oh, really?
widely regarded as one of the best action movies of all time. Jackie Chan was in it too.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one in so long. I gotta rewatch that because it was so long ago since I seen it. It was even before I was even in the action movies. I was probably like this high when I watched it. I barely remember it, but I want to watch it again. So that's a that was a good one from the bits and pieces that I remember from that film.
There's a plug, tapped in with Tony Plug. Go see Enter the Dragon by Bruce Lee. You won't regret it. And how did COVID have an impact on you as far as like doing your stunt acting?
Um, so I had like a little bit of a really good kind of a bittersweet kind of effect. So like at the time I was working at Sprint, and then I wanted to do because I was still doing comedy skits, so I was actually starting to do that full time. So when I quit Sprint, I was gonna go completely like let me just focus on this, and I'm gonna try to do stunt acting and try to learn as much as I can from the stunt team. But then everything kind of got canceled. The movie I was supposed to be in that got pushed all the way back, and my schedule with everything with doing skits was kind of like getting in the way with the stunt team, what their schedule was. But other than that, I think it was probably like I think it was really like the best growth for all of my channels because like everybody was inside, so everybody was just watching everything. So I was probably my biggest glow up was that year.
Awesome. And I was on your YouTube channel, Grimes Grind TV.
Mhm.
And tell me more about that.
Um, the YouTube channel, so pretty much what I really just post on there, I usually post all my shorts, my little fight scene shorts that I make. They're like 10-15 seconds. Um, I put behind the scene clips of the film that I'm currently shooting right now that I'm directing and producing. Um, and eventually, when I have time when this film is done, because this film just took like so much of my time, I'm gonna start making just little short films with just little decent plots, probably like 10-15 minutes long. But yeah, that's the plan for the channel as of right now.
Awesome. And when is the ETA of the film coming Cuervo blending in? Uh,
Um,
if you have a general
my goal
ETA.
is around October of next year. That's what I'm thinking because it just give me plenty of time. I'm trying to get like a little bit sooner because I do want to enter this film in a couple of festivals, and they haven't put out the dates of the submissions on what's the latest that I can put in there, submit them into the festival. Um, but I don't have too much left. I think I have about 40-50 pages. I do got a couple of reshoots I have to do that aren't going to take long. And they actually might actually make everything a lot more shorter. But yeah, I'm thinking October at the latest.
Awesome. And what's it been like doing the working on the film thus far?
Oh man. I don't even know where to start because I just thought like, hey, I could just make a movie. I'm really passionate about this idea, so let me just start executing it. So I just kind of like started casting some actors, some stunt actors that were actually they're pretty up there. They're like SAG actors. So I started working with them, and they could kind of tell I was a bit of a newbie, because I was like, because when I used to do skits, I would just do things off the top of my head, just then and there. I wouldn't make a script or nothing, or maybe just an outline. So when so when the actor's like, "All right, where's the script?" and I'm just like, "What? The script?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I know exactly what that is. Yeah, of course." Look up the script. It just
Just
so
writes down something real quick.
right. So yeah, so it was really hectic when I first started. But I love the cast that I have now, because they were very patient with me, and they brought their best. So I felt very entitled, like, okay, I gotta bring my best into this. So I gotta figure out, okay, how do I do script writing? How do I make call sheets? And how can I make a shot list, and like all this stuff that comes with a film? And then I kind of just slowly started saying like, okay, um, this is what I need to do here. This is how I can like show them my vision. Um, and I'm trying to think, because there was another complication that I was struggling with. Oh yeah, and trying to find just a decent amount of crew people. Because I didn't realize how, like, because I have like four, I think 3 to 4 different storylines. They all have to like line up with each other. So
Mm.
that one was really tough. So I did have to like ask some friends, like, listen here, man, is there any way you could just help me just make sure all the continuity and everything just lines up? Because just trying to manage everything, and then you're being the director, and I'm starring in it too. And sometimes I body double for somebody else and put on a costume, don't look like the same person. um yeah, that was really tough. One thing this project has really shown me was patience. You really gotta be patient, and just kind of just go with the punches. Because it's like there's always gonna be some roadblocks, as you can tell. Just, I know at times you came over a roadblock, and I just had to figure it out. I had to learn how to stay calm. Um, there were some actors I had to like let go of, because sometimes they would flake last minute, or they would show up late, and it'd be like, 'cause sometimes I only have like a certain time period, and I had to get everything done by like this time period. And I tried to explain it to some actors. Some weren't really hearing it. Some people were like, okay. So I did have to let go of some people that I really didn't want to. But another thing that I have learned is that you do have to let go of something to gain something, because ever since that, and it even helped me in like my personal life too. Like there were some friends that weren't like respecting my boundaries, and um I had to like just let them go, and then some new always comes in, like immediately,
Exactly.
like that. And that is one thing I have learned from film, and then life too.
Exactly. When one door closes, another door opens. And the
Yeah,
same with me with high school sports. Like some people I knew weren't exactly the most supportive, so I had
yeah,
to let them go, and really just focus on the ones who are, and you grow
yeah.
with them, and you go with them.
100%, man. Like I always, just growing up, I was always like the guy like, please don't leave me, like, please, I was always like that. And I always used to believe that I grew out of it. And then when I did this film, I realized like, oh, I'm still I still have this in here, and I gotta get this out. I have to start expressing like, hey, like, this isn't cool, man. You do this again, I don't want to be friends with you, or I don't want you on this project. And I mean, there's nothing you can really, if there's nothing they can do, then they just
Yeah.
gotta go. And yeah, it taught me a lot. It taught me not to not to settle for anything less that you believe you deserve.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that 100%, man. Especially got to grow in this day and age. And sometimes you got to let go of the stuff that's holding you back.
Yeah,
Got to some dead trees for new trees to grow.
what 100%. I love that quote.
Awesome. And you said you did skits, and I believe you've also done skits with Shane Nagy.
I have.
Tell me about that. How is because Shane is a big energy guy. He's got millions of followers on
Oh,
TikTok and Instagram, etc. He's
oh,
really grown.
yeah, he's really like he's a grinder. He does not stop. And he's a really nice guy. I really like him. I like his energy. He's gonna keep you up. He's gonna keep you on your toes, man, because he just so much energy. But it was I think it was late 2021 because I was on TikTok and I was doing skits and his stuff just kept coming up on my For You page. And yeah, it kept popping up. And then I think it was his It's Just Water video.
Yep.
um I was just like, you know what, man, this dude's so funny, and it was just so practical too. Like it was like, bro, I think I'd really collab with this guy. And I was about to go to LA at the time, go back to LA at the time. So I just DM'd him like, bro, your content is so funny. I didn't even know he lived like in Kent. I thought he was in California. And then like I messaged him like, yeah, so yeah, are you in California? I was like, oh no, I'm in Kent. I'm like, what? Like I thought he was in like was it Santa Fe or I can't remember, one of those places in California because that's
Los
what it looked like.
Angeles,
Huh?
LA, I believe West Hollywood.
Yeah, that's where it looked like he was shooting at. And I was like, wait a minute, that's an Acorn Alley. I
Yep.
had no idea. I thought for sure he was filming somewhere by the beaches. And then yeah, we met up and we just, he created his skits, I created mine, and we just kind of go back and forth, and we just really grew a really good like friendship, like almost like a brotherhood. And
Oh,
it's you don't I'm seeing like you're not really seeing that anymore as of now.
oh no.
It's
Because
like
dude's a
get
grinder.
destroyed.
Thing is, like Shane is a guy I've got a lot of respect for. Used to work with him. I see him in and around Kent State. That
Mhm.
guy is a grinder, man.
Yeah.
He worked really hard with Vine stuff. He eventually blew up, and he's a great guy. And like he said, he's a great guy, even better friend.
Yeah. What? Yep. 100%. He
And
will. He will have your back.
oh yeah,
He, he will stand with you till he dies.
that is a brother, man. That is a Christ follower, a great brother.
100%.
And what is your future with the channels and your social media? And once Cuervo Blend In drops, any future plans? I know it's way down the line.
Um, that is a good question. Because it's like the only thing that I thought of, because I just been so focused on this, and even my friend would come up to me and was like, so what do you think about, what do you want to get out of this? And I'm just like, man, I don't know. But if the sky's the limit, I would like to just have my own like film production team and just have us just be a whole bunch of just actors, directors, cinematographers, like just like if you need like a wedding done, like, all right, just come to us and we can set that up for you. Just kind of stuff like that at the moment. Um, I don't know if I want to go like union with doing stunts, because I know if I get my SAG card, I'm not going to be able to do a lot of independent stuff, and I want to be independent. I think the most I'd probably want to be is uh was it a B was it
B
a
list, C
B
list.
lister,
Okay,
a
gotcha.
B list independent stunt actor. That's
Gotcha.
as far as I'd want to go. I
Because
don't.
sometimes it's the B list and C list. That's the stuff. That's the underrated stuff that people look past and think, Oh, since it's not in the mainstream theaters, it's probably
Yeah,
not gonna be any good.
that I'm not really too big fan of the mainstream stuff.
So, where can people follow you on your socials and stuff? And
All right, so IG, my handle is Brandon Grimes Official, along with TikTok, and my YouTube channel. I think it is still Brandon Grimes. I remember I knew it was Grimes TV for the longest, but I know my well, I don't think we're technically cousins anymore. That's another story. But yeah, my this music producer told me like it's good to have all your social medias, everything just be your name because it's better for like casting, if that makes
Mhm.
sense, instead
Yeah,
of being name. But I don't know. That was like maybe four years ago, so that probably could have changed now.
gotcha. And if you have any advice to share with anyone, the floor is yours, man.
Oh man, you know what, man? Sometimes the devil is gonna come into your life. He's gonna torment you. He's gonna tempt you to do things, and you just gotta stay strong. Um, trust your family, trust all your friends, your loved ones, and you knock that motherfucker out.
Thank you for being a straight shooter, man. That's about straight shot quote as we'll get, man. Respect. Church.
Man, it's just lately, just the devil has been tempting me, man, and you just gotta stay.
Boom. That's a great way to end the show, man. Thank y'all for checking out Tapped In with Tony. You can follow me on Twitter X at tbokes2010. Follow me on Instagram at created by underscore Tony and tbokes2010. And thank y'all for tuning in, and you can
And
subscribe to YouTube. And we'll see you guys next time.
you guys be safe.